I'd like to call to order the February 4th City Council meeting for the City of Yukon, Oklahoma. If you would stand with me, please, for the invocation by Pastor Thomas Buckley and the flag salute.
Let's pray together. Father, we just thank you so much for this incredible day and this incredible community. Father, we ask that you just bless the mayor and these city leaders as we discuss business and discuss our community. Give us wisdom. Let us work in your grace. In your name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the roll, please.
Smith.
Here.
Gerba.
Here.
Alberts. Here. McCarran. Here. Yonda.
Here.
This time we have presentations and proclamations. This is Children's Dental Health Month. We do have one.
Yes, sir.
Do we have a recipient?
I believe Dr. Deason was scheduled to be here, and I don't see him.
All right, I'd like to read the proclamation.
Be fine.
Whereas the future is to a large measure dependent on the good health of our children and youth, the citizens of tomorrow, and whereas good health, physical and mental, can be achieved through good health habits learned early. Now therefore, I, Ken Smith, Mayor of Yukon, Oklahoma, do hereby proclaim the month of February 2014 as Children's Dental Health Month in the city of Yukon and urge all citizens and community organizations to join the observance. Given under my hand the seal of the city of Yukon this 4th day of February 2014, Ken Smith, Mayor of Yukon.
We'll get that delivered to the proper party.
Thank you, sir. This is a visitor portion of our meeting. If there is anybody that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item, this would be your opportunity. If so, please come forward to the podium, state your name and address.
Name is Rick Caccini. I'm the curator, founder of the Veterans Museum, and live at 1140 Landmark Drive in Yukon. And I want to thank everybody for their consistency in helping us and making us a go. And please keep in mind we can use some more space at the museum because we are getting awfully crowded. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. Is there anyone else who'd like to address the council? State your name and address, please.
My name is Larry Homan, and I live at 11904 World Coach Drive in Yukon, Oklahoma. And basically, over the past, 25 years or something, I've dealt with the city of Oklahoma City, and Yukon knows about it too. There's a drainage issue. It's caused from basically development, and I really don't know what the city can do about it because of rules and regulations. In other words, everybody agrees there's a problem, but technically, in the law, the way it looks down, the requirements, the developer doing this and that, no one actually has the funds to fix the problem. Oklahoma City agrees with it. I think Yukon agrees with it. So I just wanted to bring some attention to that one more time, like I have at Oklahoma City. Like they said that, water's got to be in a home or a business, and they don't consider farming as a business. Basically, there is a drainage problem because I have a farm that used to get 10,000 bushels of wheat off of it a year. In a bad year, if it was a lot of water that came down, you might get 6,000, and basically in the last few years you get none. That's basically, and it's more rules and regulations. I've talked to different agencies. I really don't know what to do about it. Everybody agrees there's a problem, but there's not enough money to solve the problem. So I'm looking for a solution.
I'm gonna have to stop you, and I so appreciate your coming up and speaking before the council. In reality, it is actually a Oklahoma City issue. If it's a drainage issue in Surrey Hills, it's outside of our corporate city limits, and perhaps we can.
He lives in Yukon.
Oh, I thought you said you were on Royal Coach in Surrey Hills?
I have property in Yukon now.
Oh, I apologize. Is this the issue you're referring to on your property in Yukon?
Yes.
My deepest apology. I misunderstood based on your address.
Okay, look, says Yukon on the bottom of the address. Mail delivers it there, but it is Oklahoma City. But anyway, it's a combination. I mean, it's not just Yukon. It's Oklahoma City has some problems with the dam opening up. So that's all I want to do. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, but I'm just bringing attention up of an issue. So, you know, somehow everybody agrees it would like to be improved somewhere down the road.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Do we have any other visitors that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item? Seeing none, we'll recess as the Yukon City Council reconvene as the Yukon Municipal Authority. Item 1A, YMA consent docket. This item is placed on the agenda so the Yukon Municipal Authority by unanimous consent can designate those routine items they wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not meet with the approval of all authority members, that item will be heard in regular order. The city manager recommends a motion to approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting of January 21st, 2014, and B, the payment of material claims in the amount of $108,284.25. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Alberts.
Yes.
Gerba.
Yes.
Yonda.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. This time we'll adjourn as a YMA and reconvene as a Yukon City Council. Item 1 is a consent docket. This item is placed on the agenda so the City Council by unanimous consent can designate those routine items they wish to be approved by one motion. If an item does not meet with the approval of all council members, that item will be heard in regular order. The city manager recommends a motion that will approve A, the minutes of the regular meeting, January 21st, 2014. B, the payment of material claims in the amount of $583,623.13. C, designating the items on the attached list from the Technology Department as surplus and authorizing their sale, donation, or trade. D, setting the date for the regular council meeting of February 18th, 2014, 7 p.m. in the council chambers of the Centennial Building, 12 South 5th Street. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Do we have any discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Yonda.
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Gerba.
Yes.
Item 2 is reports of boards, commissions, and city officials. Tonight is the Traffic Commission with Commissioner John Knuppel.
John Canoopel, 410 Oak. Mayor, City Council, and citizens, I'd like to give the report of the Yukon Yukon Transportation,
Traffic Commission.
Traffic Commission, Traffic and Transportation Committee, I'd first like to read the Traffic Commission was established by ordinance in 1990 as an advisory board and does not set any policy but make recommendations to the City Council if needed. Our goal is to help the citizens with traffic concerns, review complaints, standardize rules within existing policy. We do have some limitations as to what we can do along the state highways within our city limits, and we generally forward any suggestions of these roads to the appropriate state agency. We have a lot of assistance from the Public Works Department and the Police Department in regard to replacement and the installation of signage when needed. Also, things like striping and repairs. We also get help from the Police Department as such input on accident or enforcement history on various locations. Okay, our city representatives are Doug Shrivers and Sarah Hancock, who's the deputy city clerk. Doug is the city clerk, and I'm the commissioner at large, and Mayor Smith is I'm his representative. Charlie Lee is Ward 1. Nick Gerber is he's his representative. And Charlie Lee is Assistant Traffic Planner for the City of Edmond. Ward 2 is James Montgomery. He represents John Alberts, Ward 2. He's a Division 4 Urban Traffic Engineer, Oklahoma Department of Transportation. Jay Talon is Ward 3, and he's Donna Yonda's representative on the Traffic Commission. He's a retired military and Tinkerfield employee. A.J. Clements, Ward 4, is Mike McUrchin's representative. He's retired OG&E contractor, and he's the only one that can make it. The rest of them are tied up tonight. And I'd just like to give you a report on what we've done lately. We've had Diana Drive speed limit signs, Wagner Lake subdivision traffic. We had stop signs put up, and there was no signs at all in that new addition. We had Stone Mill subdivision traffic twice, and I just want to report that there's a lot of striping in town, a lot of new black poles with stop signs on them, and a lot of new street signs on intersections are real large and easy to read. And like I say, there's a lot of streets being paved and a lot of improvement, and there's a lot of new businesses going in and shifting around, and so we pretty well watch for future problems too. And that's it.
Thank you, Commissioner Knuble. Appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you for,
Thank you, John.
I'm sorry I got mixed up there.
We all do.
Thank you.
Item 3 is consider approving an expenditure of funds in the amount of $84,980 for the purchase and installation of double-sided Watchfire Electronic Message Center sign located at the Dale Robertson Center, Mabel C. Fry Library, half to be paid from the Capital Improvement Fund and half from a sponsorship from YNB, your neighborhood bank, as recommended by the Information Technology Director. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Is there any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Gerba,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Yonda,
Yes.
McCarron.
Yes.
Item 4 is to consider approving a preliminary plat for the northeast corner of Piedmont Road and Main Street on behalf of Miguel Salazar as recommended by the Planning Commission. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Any discussion? I would just like to say that that is that's a corner that will be a very dynamic location in our not distant future, and I am glad to see that we're moving ahead with development of that property. Call the roll, please.
Smith,
Yes.
Yonda,
Yes.
McCarron,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Item 4A is consider approving ordinance number 1296 and ordinance amending the ordinance number 657 Appendix A of the Code of the City of Yukon, Oklahoma by providing that the zoning designation for part of the southwest quarter of Section 16, Township 12, North Range 5, west of the Indian Meridian, northeast corner of Piedmont Road and Main Street in the City of Yukon, Canadian County, Oklahoma, to be changed from A, agriculture, to C3, restricted commercial district, and declaring an emergency. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Yonda,
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
McCarron,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Item 4B, consider approving the emergency clause of ordinance number 1296.
Move the emergency.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Do we have any discussion? Call the roll, please.
McCarron,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
Yonda,
Yes.
Alberts.
Yes.
Item 5 is consider approving an expenditure of funds not to exceed $40,000 for the purchase of 2 replacement police vehicles and equipment to be paid from the Capital Improvement Fund as recommended by the Chief of Police. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any discussion? Any discussion? I actually have one quick question. I believe, am I correct in understanding that there's potentially additional funds to offset the city's cost through insurance claim?
Yes, but those are, we can't determine the amount or the timing of those reimbursements should they occur.
I understand. The 40K is our ceiling.
That's our ceiling.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any further discussion? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Smith,
Yes.
Alberts,
Yes.
Gerba,
Yes.
McCarron,
Yes.
Yonda,
Yes.
Item 6 is our city manager's report, information items only.
Very quickly, as always, our Parks and Recreation Department is very active, particularly as it comes to events and programming. I do want to invite everybody to the Chocolate Festival this coming Saturday at the Dale Robertson Center. It's the 3rd annual Chocolate Festival, a fair extraordinaire. The event will be from 1 to 3 o'clock at the Dale Robertson Center. The cost is $8. I have seen a list of the booths and what they are going to serve. You will do yourself a service, if not your waistline, by going to the Chocolate Festival. Also on Saturday, March the 1st, we are going to have the annual Trout Fish Out. It is held in conjunction with the Rotary Club pancake breakfast and dinner all day long. Larry, in fact, has tickets available for you before you get out the door today. And we, as it was said before, go to the Trout Fish Out, get cold, go inside, eat lots of pancakes. So I hope that each of you will make yourself available.
Do I have an opportunity for a question here, Mr. Bottom? I believe that there has to be a child accompanying the fisherman, is that right, at the fish out?
Yes, but there are several that will be available for rent. If you will just show up. The main thing is show up. I'd like to talk a little bit about some stuff that's been in the paper over the last couple of weeks, and then also give some updates about development that is occurring. I have been telling you for some time that it's about to be a fun ride, and it is. I gave to you this evening a plat for the northwest corner of Yukon Parkway and Main Street. One of the things that has been constantly mentioned, sometimes kindly, other times not so kindly, was the need for a grocery store on the east side of town. I can formally announce to you that that is exactly what's going on that corner. The Walmart Neighborhood Market is about to build a 41,117 square foot grocery store on that corner. To give you an idea, the Aldi that is in Oklahoma City at the corner of Garth Brooks and 10th Street is about a 10 or 12,000 square foot building. The Homeland is a 50,000 square foot building. This is a 41,000 square foot building, just to give you a little perspective. Other events as it relates to development. And the Hobby Lobby stores have decided to build in Yukon. The ground has been broken. They are going to occupy approximately the northern 2/3 of the lot that is immediately north of PetSmart. we're very excited about Hobby Lobby choosing our community for its development. I would also tell you that the space in between PetSmart and the Hobby Lobby will be the relocation of Big Lots from their present location to a new building south of the interstate. You have also seen when they can work around the weather. Gold's Gym has broken ground on a 35,000 square foot gym, which will include an indoor pool. Very excited about that. The kickoff of Planet Fitness has gone very well. We have several employees that go after work and can't find parking places, and then can't immediately find a machine, having to stand in line to get on a exercise machine. Going very well. This evening, you were able to partake in the pizza offered by another one of our new businesses in town, Marco's Pizza. Additionally, progress has been made as it relates to the Frisco Road development. Prairie West Town Center is a proposed development on 173 acres, would include a minimum of 750,000 square feet of retail space. To give you an idea, that space could mean annually to the city of Yukon between $9 and $12 million. Wonderful development, and we're anxious to get that kicked off. We are in active negotiation for a conference center. The city, another one of the ideas that was presented early on was the need for a conferencing facility in our community. And we have been active in that regard and have attracted a private developer that will not only build a conference center, but also a 6 or 7 story hotel building immediately adjacent to it. All in all, we are very excited about the opportunities that are presenting themselves to the city of Yukon. And our citizens seem to have large needs, desires, and ideas. And I think that is wonderful. And it spurs a great deal of thought, conversation, and action. But we have to have a way to pay for it. And it is through developments like what we're talking about that we will find a way to provide the city with the activities and the services that they want, and in some cases desire. And we're very excited about the next 3 to 8 years. Gentlemen, that is the conclusion of my report. I stand ready to answer your questions.
Can we give him a hand?
Do we have any questions from the council for our city manager on the city manager's report? Seeing no questions, we'll move on to item 7, new business.
No, sir.
Seeing no new business, we'll move on to item 8, council discussion. Councilman McCarron.
Don't you just love Yukon? You know, thank you, Rick. I just one comment, you know, since I come to the council, one of the major issues was being able to find a grocery up on the north side of town over, you know, so people didn't have to drive all the way across town. And I think that's a pretty nice thing to have happened to us, to allow this opportunity to move forward with them coming over there. Certainly one of the things a large number of my constituents have voiced to me that they'd like to have, and they've done that, I think, with many of the other council members as well. Of course, I guess I'm lucky, right, because it's in Ward 4. so it's over there with our stuff. I did want to say thank you to AJ coming tonight to give us a little traffic report, and to all of the traffic commissioners, including AJ, who came tonight as well, who's my representative. They deal with a lot of difficult kinds of things to administer to, and, you know, since they get overpaid like all the rest of us, it's nice that they're willing to give to their time. One other thing I guess I'd like to mention is the fact that they're gonna improve the signage at the Dale Robertson Center, which I think is a step forward. I'm really glad to see that, to allow the opportunity then to advertise a lot of our community activities and stuff in a more robust fashion, I guess, than trying to just do it through paper articles and things like that, but yet actually attract the people as they come and go from town. And so I think that was a pretty nice thing tonight, and with that, I yield my time.
Thank you, Councilman McCarron.
Yeah.
Councilman Gerba?
It's kind of obvious when you walk outside. The one thing I got to say is I've been kind of wishing for a real winter, and I've been complaining about Oklahoma winters for quite a while. I'm not complaining anymore. You know, kind of what would you wish for? You just may get it. You know, we got some nasty weather coming. Just basically slow down. Watch out for each other. The streets department here in the city has done a phenomenal job so far, and I'm sure they'll keep all of our streets passable like they always do. They're always in fantastic shape, so I got to tip my hat to those guys. Oh, we've been talking about new businesses, all these new businesses in Yukon. I just want to kind of give a shout out to some of the older businesses here in Yukon. We talked about Planet Fitness. You know, you can't get a parking spot or a machine there, but if you go to Cross Trainers Fitness, they're an older establishment here. You can always find a machine in the morning. So here's a shout out for Cross Trainers Fitness Center. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Yonda?
Well, I don't really have anything to add, but it's an exciting time to be a citizen of Yukon with all the growth that we have, and the future looks great.
Thank you. Councilman Alberts?
I have a couple things. Regarding the comments about the water, aren't we doing a study of some sort? What's the status of that?
Concerning water, we are now at stage 2, which includes siting and drilling of test wells.
I missed
The
the
drainage.
runoff. I thought we were doing,
Oh, the independent study is about 30 days from being done.
okay, because we funded, paid for, authorized, and there's an independent study regarding the water flow north of town.
That's correct.
And we should have that back
Within 30 days.
within 30 days.
Yes, they promised us 60 to 90 days, and
Okay, be available to council and then to the public.
that's right.
Okay. And then as far as the Frisco Ridge project that you were discussing, that is, that we've heard the letters TIF. I mean, is that the TIF issue that we've discussed some?
Yes, that's part of it.
Okay.
It certainly is.
And anything, if people want to know more about it, is it available at the,
On the website,
Okay.
we have placed a fact sheet as well as all of the supporting documentation on our proposed TIF district on the website. And Larry?
There'll also be a copy of the city clerk's office.
Right.
We have scheduled a series of public hearings. The first one will be planning commission.
That's February 10th.
so if the citizens would like to come and talk about the TIF, ask questions first, if they want to educate themselves, can they talk with you, Larry? Okay, they could speak with Larry, get a copy of the document there, and then on February the 10th, there'll be a public meeting here in these chambers? And at what time? 7 o'clock. Okay. So, and then following that, it goes from there to
Here,
the
where
council.
there will be 2 public hearings in front of this body.
So there'll be 2 public hearings. Those will be, notice will be provided in the paper. The public is welcome to come down, ask questions, talk. So now is the time. We are working and moving forward regarding this wonderful opportunity that Mr. Bottom has discussed. 750,000 square feet of retail, $9 to $12 million increase in taxes. But it comes with a little bit of obligation from the city.
That's
we're
sales
gonna-
taxes.
Sales taxes, yeah, we're not paying that much in taxes. We're gonna receive
That's right.
that much in tax. So, but I want to make sure that the community understands that this information is here, it's available. We encourage you to come and talk and ask questions because we want it to be the
Go go ahead. I would point out that these are public hearings, and by the law, the Oklahoma Open Meetings Act, a hearing is just that. The commission, as well as the council at the public hearings, will only receive comment. It is not a time for debate. So if you have questions, you really should get a hold of Larry
Okay.
and discuss those at length at that time. Because when it comes to a public hearing, it is named that for a reason. It is a hearing.
But they can come and make comments.
Make comments all they want.
They can state their position,
Absolutely.
okay, and then follow up. So there's not one, but there's a second public hearing to follow
Actually,
up.
there's 3 altogether. There's one on February 10th, and then after that, there'll be 2 meetings in front of this body.
Okay. So if they have questions, they should contact Larry.
That's right.
Okay. And his information's available on the website as well.
That's right.
Okay. All right, then, Rick, it is a great place. I mean, it's an awesome, and it's getting better every day. And people like Rick and Mike and everyone up here and Grayson and the city, it's awesome. I mean, and I agree, Nick, let's not forget about the people that help us get to where we are. The people that started this community and worked hard, and the great businesses like Cross Trainers and the places along Main Street and everything else. But we're also very thankful to the new places that come to town. And Planet Fitness, I go there. I've tried it, and there are machines available. You can slide in there. But I've been to Cross Trainers too, and they're both nice places. And we need every one of them. We're thankful to have every one of them. But it's not over yet. Like Grayson says, it's just getting started. And I mean, it's going to be wonderful. So now's the time to come. And I cannot stress enough. If you have something to say, if you have a concern, contact your councilman, contact the city manager. There's the mayor. All of these people on this horseshoe, we want to talk to you. We want to do a good job because we want this project to go seamless, and we want everyone in our community to benefit and to reap the benefit of it. So if you've got something to say, don't talk about it over coffee. Oh, it's fine. Talk about it over coffee, but then let's do something. Give me a call. Send me an email. Mr. Opitz, he'd be glad to come down and present it for you. We want to talk to you. Your opinion matters. That's all I have to say.
You sure?
Thank you, Councilman Alberts. And I'd like to give you an additional thank you for going in depth with the proposed TIF district and the project plan that we have in place, which has been recommended by the committee, I know, to move forward and go before the Traffic Commission and the council on 2 different occasions. And I would just ask that if you're undecided or if you think you're decided, the documentation is public. Gather it up, research it, come to the hearings, and let us hear your thoughts. But be educated when you get there. We don't want you flying off the handle over something you haven't studied or gained the basic knowledge you would need to be able to converse over that topic, because that's what you come here for, is to converse. I want to clear one thing up. I know Mr. McCarron, Councilman McCarron, said it jokingly, but no, there is no pay if you sit up here. There is no pay if you're on the Traffic Commission or Board of Adjustments or Park Board. These are community servants that volunteer their time and effort to make this the wonderful place that it is to live in. And you might keep that in mind when you approach them. I want to commend our city manager and Mr. Larry Mitchell on the acquisition of our grocery store on the east side of town. That Walmart market is going to service our community very, very well. And I am very proud of the people that we have working for the benefit of our community and making this type of thing happen. That's huge for the city of Yukon. And lastly, I want to commend the Yukon Public Schools for looking into GPS systems for their buses. They are leading, they're spearheading this type of a movement for public schools in the area and around the country. And if we're able to achieve, which is not going to be an inexpensive item, but if they're able to achieve this type of a program, they're going to know every corner that every bus turns within the city of Yukon. And I want to commend them for looking into the safety of our children in that way. And with that, we stand adjourned.